Today marks 1600, first day of day lessons and day reflections. And today I want to speak about tiredness. Yesterday I went to a big hike, advanced hike, and I think that sometimes is not the smartest move to go after advance from the first time. And I thought it will be extremely tired today, but I was not. And I guess partly is preparation. I have been running for a long time, and even though that I feel a little bit exhausted, but I thought it would be even more. But I was thinking about tiredness. There's tiredness is a lot of times a sign of the consequences of your actions that led to that tiredness. And today we'll share seven things that I think that we need to consider when we feel tired. Because when we feel tired, that's a sign. That's a sign, and we need to look into that. Because sometimes we can rest for no reason, because rest is not the answer majority of the time. Not always, but majority of the time. Number one, you're not often tired, you are mentally overloaded. Such an interesting thing. Sometimes you can feel tired because our mental capacity is so low, and you're not able to think about you even thinking uh, wearily or maybe even fatigued. And sometimes you said like, "Oh, I need to rest." But the best thing for that moment when you're mentally overloaded, being able to be still, but that stillness a lot of times comes with movement, going even for a hike, going to a gym, going for a run, any kind of movement will be beneficial. Now, if you say, okay, I'm mentally overloaded and now I'm going to sleep, that means maybe you will rest a little bit, but you will not recover as much as it could be if you actually move your body and allow it to breathe differently. Because, of course, that exercises allows to breathe and move your move your blood faster, and of course blood is the vessel to bring oxygen even to our mind. That's why a lot of times people who are very successful in mentally required jobs, they exercise. They are even athletes. I know so many great athletes who are extremely intelligent, and because I think that combination of exercise and mental load is the key to success. So if you feel tired because of mental overload, I think the best thing to do is to exercise more often. Number two, low energy is usually a lifestyle problem. And this is interesting. This is very interesting that sometimes they say, like, oh, I'm just too busy, certain way, but no exercise, no. Because the thing is that the less you exercise, the less energy you have. And people say, oh, I just don't have energy to exercise. But did you forget the truth that the less you exercise, the less energy you have? So when you say like I'm low energy, you can ask okay, how much do you actually put in? Because I really love the analogies that if you want to have a fire from the fireplace, you need to put wood logs inside. And I think that if you want to have that heat from the fireplace, so if you want to have a heat of energy in our lives, we need to put logs. And logs are those exercises day by day that you are actually able to put in. Number three, your body adapts to the level you train to it. Okay, that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. People who rest constantly feel more tired. People who rest more constantly feel more tired. When you move, because sometimes when you move and move and move, you exercise, and you still feel energized. I have been running for a long time, and sometimes I know that I go for massive, strong, fast run. And then before my run, I felt exhausted, tired, and after run, you run so much, you run like 40 minutes on a high speed, and you come out and feel more energized than before. How that could be? How that could be that you felt tired before the run, and now after a run that you exercise so much, and now you feel energized. And I think that's exactly your body adapts to the level that you train to it. Number four, most tiredness is emotional, not physical. Most tiredness is emotional, not physical. This is a very interesting thing. Because sometimes you can do 12 hours meaningful work, and feel energized after those few hours, those 12 hours. And then you can sometimes you can do 1 2 hours of something that really drains you, some work that really that you don't like it, that's not aligning with you at all. and you feel tired, exhausted, devastated even sometimes after those 2 hours. And that's why when we think about work, we think about tiredness, it's like how much emotions are included in this job. How much meaning, how much joy, how much things, or maybe otherwise, how much boredom, how much misalignment is coming with my work. And that's, of course, will bring tiredness. Number five, your environment is quietly draining you. And this is huge, huge. I didn't understand early on how much an environment could drain you if you're actually not careful. Now, sometimes I know that you're not able to control fully what season of your life, but you're able to really maximize the things that energizes you. Because if you look at your life and you do things only that drains you, at some point you will burn out. That's why we need to be very, 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 very clear about ourselves, build awareness, reflect on ourselves, what drains us and what elevates our energy. So that means that we want to really minimize the things that drains us and maximize the things that elevates our energy. And at that moment, you know that you will succeed at some point or another. Number six, scrolling is not rest. Because I know that even mentally overloaded, sometimes when you feel mentally overloaded, it seems like I want to rest, and then and the moment you start scrolling, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all social medias, and that is not rest. You spend 2 hours and then you become dopamine overdose because that's those couple seconds of it hits dopamine and hits the dopamine and that's overload and it's not rest at all because it doesn't help people body to recover. As I said at the beginning, that if you mentally overloaded, you're not supposed to go after more load on our brains, on our minds. So if you got mentally overloaded because of information that they already worked on, maybe it's a time to really forget any information and really go into stillness and sometimes stillness through activity like exercise, silence. Sometimes even deep conversation and clear your mind out could be something that could be help. But just something very simple and bored. Sometimes even boredom supposed to come in just to allow your mental overload to clear out. And last one, number seven, is that sometimes being tired is your life telling you something. Sometimes being tired is your life telling you something. That's a beautiful lesson to think about. Because when you are tired, that means that means that you're doing probably more things that it's draining you than it energizes you. Because I said that when you do work that is energizing you, 12 hours, you still come out not tired. Even you will be sometimes tired, but the tiredness will be different. That will be with joy within yourself, that you do something meaningful, you worked on something that is actually meaningful. So if you're tired, then we ask, okay, what is going on? Did my lifestyle is not great? Is my work is not great? Is my environment is draining me? So that means we start looking into the signs where the tiredness coming from, why I am tired in the first place. Because tiredness is not supposed to be our daily routine. It could be once in a while, but not on a daily basis. And if you feel tired every single day, that's a sign that something needs to change. And again, are you willing to look and try one thing at a time to really change and see what happens with that tiredness? So I hope you to win and see you tomorrow.